Hello, guys. This is Clara once again, and welcome to the Clarah Chibesa Show, a show where I share about my life experience, the things that I'm learning in my own life, and also the things that I learned from other people's experience in life. So, if you're visiting here for the first time, I can say it is divine. Maybe today's message is yours. So, you better stick around. And for those of you who have been with me and my journey, welcome back. Yeah, it's time to move on, you guys. Have you been suffering with past things that are making you bitter? How do you feel sometimes when you remember your childhood and the things that you went through? Maybe people who disappointed you. Have you forgiven them? Well, relating to that, today's story is like this. I'm sure most of you who knows me know that, I'm coming from a background where my dad and mom divorced when I was only 3 years old. And during that time, growing up with one parent who is my mother, very beautiful woman, strong and bold, she raised me up until I got married, completed my education. So I really appreciate my mother because she is a strong woman. Yeah, so when mom and dad divorced, it wasn't very easy. Although I can't say that we were suffering, but what I can say that just growing up without a dad sometimes can bring a lot of emotions where you look at your friends and you see them with their fathers and you wonder what happens to your parents. But I've learned through my journey that everyone is different, and the things that we go through in life, it is for a reason and a good reason. Yes, you might complain here and there, but I think if you are going through what I went through or anything in life, just accept it and know that it is for a reason. So today I just want to talk about what my father did, and also the relationship that I have with my dad right now, what went on. And I also want to advise people going through what I went through. Okay, so like I said earlier, yes, they divorced. Was it my fault? No, it wasn't my fault. Sometimes things just don't, happen because it's the children's fault. But many are the times that as a child, I once felt like mom and dad divorced because of us children, but that wasn't the case. Why I felt like that, maybe it's because neither the two of them explained exactly what happened, because up to now I really don't know what happened between the two of them. But I feel as parents sometimes we need to tell our kids so that they don't have that guiltness in them, so that they are clear about what happens to their parents. The divorce between mom and dad made me broken. Emotionally, I was injured. Although I did not show it to the world, but as I grew up, the bitterness was so much inside that when I thought about dad, I was bitter. Why? Because dad neglected us children. He never used to do anything for us, buying things for us, nothing. It was all mom's, responsibility for that. My mother was a civil servant. She was a nurse. And with her money she used to get every month, and she managed to keep things running at home. She used to put food on the table. I never went a day without eating because mom always made sure that the kids were okay. That's why I'm saying that my mom is a hero, because she's a strong woman. I just remember one time, I think I was doing my ninth grade, and then dad came one time, and he wanted to find out if my sister and I made it to grade 10. Because according to him, he said that, he heard from people that maybe we haven't made it to grade 10, and he wanted to find out. I think that's the one of the few days that dad visited. He never used to visit us, you guys. Anyway, life had to go on. I completely no, forget about dad, and I tried to move on with my life. Life went on. I grew up, got married, and I remember just a few months before my wedding, mom said that, it won't look nice. I think even if your father hasn't been there for you, I think you need to invite him to your wedding. So that's what exactly we did. Mom went to dad's sister, and she told her that they wanted the family to come to my wedding. Guess what, you guys? What happened? My dad's relatives, together with dad, refused to come to my wedding, and they gave a reason: because they were not involved in the things to do with the marriage. But how can they be involved when none of them, was there, has never been there for me, for us children? So mom was like, this is nonsense. How can they say that when they never even supported you? Anyway, mom was very bitter about it, and we just said, anyway, it's fine. If they don't want to come to my daughter's wedding, it's fine. Let's go with it. Because mom said that I cannot involve him when he was never involved. Anyway, the wedding came, and dad or his relatives never turned up. But all went well. I got married, and just a few years in my marriage, dad came home one time. I think that was a time when I was involved in an accident, and he came to see me and to see how I was doing. I was so surprised when I heard that he was coming, because there was no communication between us. But I just said, anyway, there's nothing I can do. So I told my partner that my dad was coming, and I remember that day he came, and dad had to ask for forgiveness from me. He said that, I don't know what happened with me, but I can't say much. All I can say is that I'm sorry to you children for what I've done to you. I know I've injured you in so many ways, but there's nothing I can do. He even said that now he was a pastor, and it's like he had he didn't have peace, so he had to make peace with us children. And I said, no, I've forgiven you. That's what I told him. Yeah, I was glad that he said that, because I never thought that once in my life my father was going to come in my home to apologize, you guys. I never even pictured that. But I just realized that I was still bitter. So as the days or months, years went by, I had to work on forgiving my dad completely. And I'm happy now that, I talk with dad. Sometimes he calls me, I talk with him. I've forgiven him, I've released him, and I feel at peace. But one time I remember I was very, very bitter. So what I'm trying to say here to you guys, that maybe you might go through the same stuff that I went through, maybe in a different way. Maybe it cannot be your dad, it cannot be your mom, maybe it can be friends, relatives who have hurt you. I just want to tell you to say, move on. It is time to move on. And I've got about 6 advice that I want to share with you, so that you can move on. And I just hope that these things will help you in some way. Number 1, work on your past. You'll see what I did. You guys, the past a lot of times teaches us to where we are going. So what you need to do is to leave the past. The past is gone. What we have is now. I remember when I was at college, and the principal one time said, yesterday is gone, tomorrow is not yet here. What we have is now. The present moment is what matters. So forget about the past. Somebody may injure you, but please, it's time to move on. Number 2, become a better version of yourself. Oh yes, girl, you can do a lot. You can do a lot, and if you just move on, you're going to see the other version of you, your authentic self. Yes, you better do that. Number 3, accept what happened in the past and make it to be a lesson. Exactly. You need to accept that those things happened. They are no longer here. Erase them from your memory. And one thing that can also help you is prayer. Pray about it. When you're releasing somebody, just pray. Like I said, what have you learned? You find that you become a better version of yourself when you learn these things. And number 4 is believe in the power of God. who heals, the universe, the mighty God, the Lord of Lords, whatever you may call God. Trust him. Believe in him because he is the only one who can heal you. And God is not up there, you guys. God is here. You are with him. In inverted commas, I can say, you are a God. So trust him. Let God guide you. Let God guide you, you guys. You're going to see wonderful things happening in your life. Don't waste your time thinking about the past. So the other one, number 5, is know that everything happens for a reason. Yes, a bit like what I was talking about. Everything that happens in our life is for a reason, and a good reason. It might be you want to be taught on certain things, like so many of the times we pray things like, no, I want to be a better person, I want to be good and what in this and this, but here is a test. Now you pass through all these things so that you can become a better person, you guys. So everything happens for a reason, and a good reason. When something happens, what you become is the most important thing. So it's up to you to take it or leave it. This thing that has happened to you, what has it made you? Has it made you to be stronger or weak? But I choose to be stronger because everything happens for a reason and for your own good. Yes. Lastly, number 6 is heal and love the inner you. Oh yes, because healing starts from the inside. You cannot heal from the outside, you guys. It must start from the inside. Learn to heal yourself. And how do you do that? Through meditation, through prayer, through learning about what other people are going through. When you see the examples, you'll be able to heal yourself. No one is going to do that for you guys. People may talk, people may encourage you, but if you're not willing to heal yourself, there's nothing that is going to happen to you. You need to free your mind. Forgive people. People are there to make you perfect, to make you become a better person. So this is how you should look at any challenge that comes your way. It is for a reason. Okay, so I just hope that you have learned what I've talked about today. I just felt like somebody out there needed to hear what I had to say to you today, you guys. Yeah, so this is what I do, and I enjoy encouraging people. You know, sometimes life is not easy, but just know that you are powerful and you can do anything that you set your minds to. All you have to do is have a willing to learn, because life is a journey where we learn about different things, and we are all individuals. What I go through is not what you're going through, but the most important thing that I always tell people that you should realize is that the pain is the same. So we need to learn to deal with this. Yes, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? You better do it. Yeah, if you have any comments, please feel free to comment. And also, I just want to thank you so much for those who have been following me, and for those who have joined me for the first time. I love you, and I'll always love you. So, like I always say, you guys, remember to love yourself, because there is no other person who is going to love you apart from you loving yourself. It all starts from you, and it starts from within you. Because when you love yourself, you also attract love from other people, you guys. So I'll see you in my next video. And for now, it's bye-bye.